What's up guys, Sabri Subi here, and today we're going to do something a little bit different. You guys have been asking for the vlogs and seeing what's behind the scenes, so I'm going to take you on a week in my life of building a $100 million business and traveling the world with my family. I'm currently in Melbourne right now and I'm about to head to the airport to head over to my LA office. Let's get this puppy started. The biggest thing was time zone crossover. So I looked at the places that, one, where am I going to get the most amount of proximity between my LA team and my Australian team where we can still train and manage? And it's also LA, right? Like California is the 5th biggest economy in the world. It's agency land, there's lots of businesses out there. A lot of businesses is done in LA and California for a reason. Alrighty, so we have just arrived at the airport. The first thing that I do is I slip into those airport pajamas. You know, they've got to be comfortable. I go straight into chill mode as soon as I get on the aeroplane. So let's go jump on this aeroplane and I'll see you guys in LA. While I'm out here in LA, I'm going to be connecting with a bunch of YouTubers and content creators. Today, I'm actually going to meet Arak, my boy, and we're going to do a deep dive into my content, my channel, and get some of his eyes on what it is that I'm doing and what I can be doing better.
What's the goal of the channel?
To be the #1 business channel in the world. The only caveat to that is not being like basic business. I want to be able to deliver like also in-depth source that they can't get from other places.
It's like agnostic of revenue, it's agnostic of...
For me, it's about like, once you've got that platform of business owners, then creating a suite of different things that can serve that audience at all the different stages that they are, which I have through my book, through Kong, through my agency. Today, we're brainstorming a bit of the strategy for my video on luxury car brands that we'll shoot tomorrow.
What is the entertainment value? Like, why does somebody think that this is interesting? This is your foundation, A plot right here. This is what you promise in the title, right? The video is good if you do a good job at this. The video is great if you deliver on the A plot and the B plot. The video is fantastic if you mesh the A plot and the B plot together seamlessly where I don't even realize that there is an A plot. That's God level. That's your goal here. If this was my channel, I would hyper focus on quality shorts. I've had singular shorts convert 1 million subscribers.
A lot of people, they throw around $100 million all the time. Now, you might have seen this on the title and thinking like, what's this guy talking about? And this year, you know, we'll do well north of $30 million. In the beginning, you are working like a maniac, and every hour that you're not in front of a computer or on a sales call and bringing in money is a huge cost to the business. That obviously starts to change a little bit when you go from $1 million to $3 million. What most people do is they keep acting the same way and then they get stuck at that level and they wonder why they can't just break through to the next level. If you really want to unlock and you want to start doing multiple 8 figures, you need to start thinking about who, not how. Who is it that you can hire that has already won the gold medal for a team and you can bring them into your business and then they can just come and win the gold medal for your team. Then when you go from, you know, 10 million to $20 million or so, you think, okay, I just need to delegate this. I need to just lead people. And I also used to think that very same thing until I was sitting down with one of my billionaire buddies. I just like see him on all these calls, going through all this stuff. And I was like, dude, like it feels like you're just like really in the weeds of your business. This guy's doing over $1 billion a year in sales. And he's like, yeah, like I am. He was like, sat me down and he's like, look, I was still running all the sales meetings, even when we're doing, you know, $1 billion in revenue. And that was a bit of a perspective shift for me. If you really look at greatness, you'll find that in common, that just that maniac level to detail. There's certain functions where it might be product development or marketing that you do still need to be involved in down to that level of detail. For me to get to the next level, to get to 100 million and beyond, it's a completely different mindset shift again. I hope wherever you are and wherever you are at that journey, whether it's 0 to 1 million, 1 million beyond, you can take something from this and it will serve you. We are in LA. We've just done a few days of filming and we're doing the last wrap day today. We're heading on out to go see what these luxury car brands are up to. This is the brand new Rolls-Royce Spectre and costs over $530,000. Typically with business content, it's all sitting down, talking heads, stodgy talking heads. You go into like preaching mode and you're preaching to people and you're sitting down and that's the authority frame. But the whole goal with content is to get it consumed. So what we're trying out with this video, we're just trying to keep things this light and to keep them moving, trying to increase the consumption of it by being out and about and kind of taking you guys along with us rather than sitting down and talking about something that's already happened. It all comes down to first like measuring all the units of time that you have and keeping a record. You do it every 30 minutes and you write down, this is where my time's going, this is where I'm allocating it. The biggest unlock was just looking at what are the tasks that I'm doing that do not move the money needle in my business. A quick exercise is literally just taking how much money that you make in a year and then dividing it by the amount of working hours. That will tell you what your effective hourly rate is. And then you want to just look on the market and say, what is it going to cost me in order to hire talent to replace me to do those services? And is it lower than what my effective hourly rate is? It is a new day. All right, so we wrapped up a lot of filming yesterday. It was crazy. I was literally driving all over LA in streets that I didn't know, on the other side of the road, in a Lambo, shooting videos, doing all types of crazy shit.
As soon as we got inside, this guy immediately asked if I wanted to see their brand new $800,000 Revuelto.
What's the allocation like on that?
No, it's no chance. But,
No chance. Zero chance.
Really sold out.
For how long?
For production.
So there's no point even sitting in it and I can't.
Well, you can feel the silence.
I feel really good about the video. We caught some really good stuff out there in the field. I am done out here in LA. I'm going over to Scottsdale, Arizona. I'm giving a talk at a conference over there for Keep. My thoughts on LA is people have got mixed emotions about this place, right? Yes, it's run down. It's very kind of decrepit. One thing that you've got to say about LA, that it attracts a very interesting group of people. Like, there are people from all over the world here, from all walks of life. And I love the American people, how outgoing they are. It's a whole situation. Everyone's always like, they're talking to you about something. So I certainly love that about it out here.
What's the goal with all this content we are putting out?
Well, first and foremost, it's to help everybody. But I think that we're also living in this incredible day and age where every single person has the ability to effectively start their own television network, because that's basically what this is, right? It's the number one thing in business, is having the ability to get attention. Whenever I'm faced with a decision of, one, build a personal brand, put out content, for instance, is the decision, should I do that? Whatever is the hard answer, the hard road is always the right way. Like, I'm a master at ads, right? I've spent $200 million on ads. I know a thing or two about building out a funnel to running to cold traffic and making that work. This is a new challenge for me. I've only really gotten serious about putting out content for the last year. I mean, it's a skill that, you know, I'm dedicated towards mastering and figuring it all out. And I think that the future Sabri will thank today's Sabri for making that decision and going all in on this. There are so many people that come up to me and be like, hey, your content, you know, helped me with my business, or it changed my life, or I was going through a hard time and it did this. Of course that feels good to the ego, but it also, I think it's just an incredible opportunity where you have an ability to communicate with your marketplace, to provide value to that marketplace, and to build a big business off the back of it. So that's really the goal, is to reach as many people and to help as many people as possible through the content we're pushing out. We are off to Phoenix. I'm speaking at an event there for Keep, along with another shark, Robert Herjavec from Shark Tank. We're gonna have a lot of stuff cooking up. You got ads in the Uber. We're gonna love America. I'm paying an ad serve to me. I had some downtime before dinner, so we ventured out to mystery shop influencer products for another YouTube video. Oh, we definitely got some sauce. That whole Kylie Cosmetics things. Let's find someone to help us. What can you tell us about Kylie Cosmetics? Why are they so popular?
Kardashian.
Who are they?
You know who the Kardashians are?
No, I'm from Australia. I don't know who the Kardashians is. Australia's like some caveman town. I'm gonna go to Walmart and we're gonna go look for Jake Paul's new deodorant line that apparently has been a big success. Here he is. It smells like fly spray. If you put that on your armpits, it would burn them. I can't believe I'm gonna give this guy $6. After a long day of shooting, the sun has gone down and we have arrived at my favorite Brazilian churrasca to eat my favorite steak of all, picanha. So let's go on in and get a feed. Alrighty, so we just checked out of the hotel. We're on our way to the conference. I'm going to be the first speaker up on stage, and then I'll be followed by Robert. We're going to do a Shark Tank pitch panel, and then we're going to wrap this puppy up and head back to Australia. The conference is called the Let's Grow Summit. It's a company called Keep. They're one of the biggest CRMs for small to medium businesses in the world. I don't do a lot of speaking engagements. I'm starting to get a lot more requests to do it though. Oh wait, this is her calling me now. Hey Rosa, I'm in the Uber on my way there now. Hi, can you hear me?
Hey Sabri, how are you?
I'm good, Rosa. I'm in an Uber on the way there now. I'm about 15 minutes out. So they're getting a little bit nervous. The internet daddy's a little bit late today. My goal with this talk, after my speech is done, that everybody that flew out here, flew out to the conference, spent all the money, time away from their business, that this pays for everything, 1000x for them. I just paid for the conference for them and then some. So let's arrive to this joint, see how many people are gonna show up, read the room a little bit, see how much spice we can put on it. You were in Saudi Arabia, right? What were you doing out there?
Speech.
It's a busy man.
I went to speak at this conference and it was like the money there, insane.
What do you think of Saudi?
I love it. I think that was going to change the world. 70% of the population is under the age of 35. Think about that.
Now that they've seen what's possible in Dubai, they're like, okay, like we're gonna throw any amount of money at this to make us like the next. What do you think?
No,
No?
they don't need the money. The reason Dubai is because they need the money. Don't forget, Saudi doesn't need the money. Saudi doesn't need tourists. Are you nervous about your speech?
I'm not.
What are you talking about?
Talking about how to double your business in the next 30 days using AI.
Do you worry that people won't understand you because you have an accent?
No. The Americans love me.
Really?
Yeah, they've already told me that some of my slides are a little bit spicy. They've toned them down a little bit.
I tend to think the Americans love Australian women with accents and just find Australian men hard to understand.
Look, I spend a lot of money on ads and the Americans have a higher conversion rates than Australians. Plus, American companies that book in with my sales team convert at 30% higher than Australians. Ready?
Yes, need my QR.
All right, so we're heading on up. Got my talk now in the main ballroom. And then after that, Robert's sitting in the crowd, of course. My #1 fan, my boy, he's out here just to see me. And then he's gonna be speaking afterwards. They're already trying to just contain me. I'm like a wild Australian Wolverine. How y'all doing? That's better. That's what I like to hear. Value is the antidote to skepticism. And that's why in the age of influencer brands, with people putting out content, it's because that value is combating all the skepticism that is rising in the marketplace. So the lens that I want you guys to all look at it for is how can you provide the most value to your market for free and treat them like a customer before they give you a cent. Because that's the way that you're gonna be able to fight this skepticism that is just running wild right now. After the speech, I'm off to Thailand to meet up with the family for a holiday. Checking in from beautiful Thailand. This is the first stop of the world tour, so to speak, the end of the year fiasco for Team Subi. Love just coming out here, doing this stuff with my family. One thing that people always told me is like, oh, you know, you travel a lot, you know, just wait till you have kids, Once you have kids, then all of that stops. So it's really good that you just get it out of your system right now, do all the traveling that you want to do. And these are just people that have given up on their dreams. And there's no better lessons that you can teach your kids than traveling. Let them experience different cultures and see all of this stuff. So don't let these people tell you that once you have kids or once you start a business that it's all over. There's periods for everything. Earn yourself the right to be able to do things like this. So I was 31 when I had my first daughter, and I already thought that I was pretty locked in, I was pretty good at managing my time, until I had a kid. Time becomes so much more precious. Every moment that you're working, you're not getting to see this child that you brought into this world and spend time with them. And children are the best measurement stick for time, because you can really clearly see the years go by as they grow up, and you really think back and you're like, oh my God, I remember when they were that small. I just became so much more strict with my time and made sure that I wasn't just doing stuff that I thought was productive, but wasn't actually moving the money needle. I have 3 daughters. They're all different ages. They all grew up in the same environment, but they are completely different people. So that changed my perspective on people are inherently different regardless of the environment that they grew up in. And I just want to basically make sure that my daughters have the freedom to be them and not who it is that I want them to be. You got to let people be who it is that they want to be and let them unfold to live out their own story. I'm not telling them what to do, I'm showing them what to do through my own actions. So that's been the biggest shifts in me since being a father. Next stop, Dubai. I am out here in Dubai, my last trip of the year. I've just been out in Thailand for a week and I just touched down in Dubai. I'm shooting a podcast and then just shooting a bunch of content as well. How was 2024 for me? And I can confidently say it was the best year of my life. Business-wise, also yes, but personally as well, I got into much better shape than I've ever been in. My girls, they're growing up. Things are great with my wife, while still growing my business, while still adding zeros to the bank account. The reason that you get into business, right, is for freedom. Yet that people then go, they start a business and they work 16, 18 hours a day. Yes, you need to do that for a period of time, but they continue to do that and they just stay in an office, and that's not freedom, right? Freedom is making money and then choosing to do whatever the hell it is that you want to do. So we just got done in the desert, taking this thing for a spin and seeing what it's got in it. This thing is a beast. And we're on our way back downtown. Wherever you are in Dubai, you can see the Khalifa. I think that has to be one of the most inspiring buildings. Every morning I come out, have my morning coffee, and I look at that thing and I think, man, these guys have got some big ambitions. And the number one thing that's holding most entrepreneurs back, including me, is just the think. The think ain't big enough.
Money's the motivation, money's the conversation. You on vacation, we getting paid, so we on vacation.
Now I am on my way to go and do a podcast with the CEO cast.
Gunshots in the dark, one eye closed, and we got it cooking like a one-eye stove. You can catch me kissing my girl with both eyes closed.
So I appreciate you coming on the podcast. You're from Australia, I'm from the UK, middle ground, straight in Dubai. How you doing?
Very good, very good. Thanks for having me on.
Thank you for coming on, bro. Do you think too many entrepreneurs focus solely on the destination and miss the value of the journey?
100%. I think that I struggle with you have a clear vision board, you have all the things that it is that you want to achieve, and for me it was like that first number was like, I just got to hit $1 million in revenue. Once I hit $1 million in revenue, all of my problems are going to go away. All right, people, we are back in Melbourne, back in the office. I'm back in the jungle. I'm back in the swing of things after a couple of weeks traveling the world. I hit LA, I hit Thailand with the family, Dubai. One of my latest obsessions is this shit that I got in Thailand. Saw everyone sniffing this stuff. It's called Yadom. I think the direct translation is like medicine that smells. And this stuff, man, I am hooked on this. So if you want me to keep doing this content and making this kind of vlog stuff, let me know in the comments below if you enjoy this or you just want the normal marketing stuff. Let me know and I'll see you in the next one. It's all in Thai anyway.